Oh, but so you're talking. So I didn't realize that how all that the comics
Yeah,
tie in.
Marvel went bankrupt. Was about to go bankruptcy, and they had to sell, they intellectual property,
Right.
and that's what they sold off to. Some to Fox, some to Sony, some to Warner Brothers. So Disney been slowly getting them back.
Oh, sure. Well, let's go into it. Welcome to Burn Notice. Let's get it.
You did an intro again. Yeah.
Gotta get used to that.
Yeah.
Same thing with you and OG Napalm. We'll get it though.
Yeah.
Welcome to Burn Notice. Vince, the fire starter, aka Toto, with my sidekick here.
OG Napalm.
That's right. That's right. So we're just, prior to this, you probably heard a little bit of the conversation that we were talking about, Napalm, OG Napalm was just schooling me on, on a little bit of like Marvel and DC comics and a little bit behind the scenes, because I don't know that, but that's actually a perfect segue because you sent me that article about anime.
Oh yeah, man.
Let's talk about.
Did you listen to it?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
So I'm how foolish and stupid that is.
So talk to the people about it. that
Black people have been part of anime since the 80s.
Right.
It's been part. It's never been like the guy said. It's never been shunned upon. If you got bullied, it's because your clothes smell like pee.
Right.
Exactly what
if you
the
got
guy said.
if you got bullied, it wasn't because of that per se.
No.
So.
And I remember watching Overfiend, they mentioned Ghost in the Shell, Fist of the North Star.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that kind of goes into a bigger thing that I kind of want to talk about along with that is that in our community, nobody, like I said, people aren't necessarily getting bullied. I don't think with kids getting bullied like that. It's just to be honest with you, I think. If I had to guess, I believe it's a lot of times the adults that can shun people.
It is.
The kids or whatever. It's the adults that be like, oh, you this. And
case in point, the whole Little Mermaid movie.
Right. It's
how many people were mad because a woman of color played, I don't know I don't know their names, whatever.
Right.
But the main character, right?
Right.
And when I was in the comments on somebody's YouTube, they was grifting, talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but this movie made for kids.
Right.
If the kid is happy. Why a 40, 50-year-old complaining about it?
Right. Yeah.
Crickets.
Yeah. Because it's not
made for you.
Right. Right. But sometimes people just think what the internet has done is make people feel like everybody empowered and that your opinion truly matters.
It don't.
Hang
around me for 5 days.
Yeah.
I'll make you feel like a bum. We was at Taco Mac today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We was talking, some of my wife's friends, and the waiter was like, yeah, I did my best this, that, and the third. I said, yeah, it's always tomorrow for you to be a loser, though. It's always tomorrow. Don't give up hope.
Hey, but you know what? What I liked about him, what made that article think that video that I watched, what made me think about is that, like I said, it's not the kids are going to be kids.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are going to be kids, and kids are going to get bullied. That doesn't necessarily make it right, but kids are going to be kids. It's usually adults
that can't let go of how they think it's supposed to be when they grew up.
Yeah. And I was thinking about how us in the Black culture, how sometimes if as adults how do we look at people that necessarily are doing something different or doesn't fit into our...
we're the worst.
That's
we're the worst towards each other.
That's what I want to bring into.
This
is a conversation I want to have based off. So I'm connecting the dots.
We the worst. We want to hold on, carry on tradition, but like I always tell people, what if that tradition is hindering you?
Correct.
You don't want to look in the mirror, kind of do some self-reflection on that tradition, like maybe it's time to modify it. No.
Well, that comes from
no raisin in a potato salad. No raisin in a potato salad. But no,
that's a part of Blacks' conservative type of situation. Conservative been hard, slow to change, so on and so forth. And you know, you think
that go back to them HBCUs. That circles right back to that slow to change.
Fill them in.
Yeah,
go and talk about this, man.
Well, it was a book. I don't know if I got a chance to send you the book, and it was on Amazon. And I was gonna order it. Way said now the book no longer there, and the author took it down.
The author took it down. So what was it about?
It was something about how HBCUs need to change. You know, have more accountability, and they need to change their mind frame on how they approach students. Well, something about growing out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He's talking about everything. He's a professor here. He's a professor at Clark.
Oh, really? Okay.
I showed my wife that. I was like, I know he getting clown. I know they tearing him up.
I'd be curious to know if that professor, if
black, here you go. You know, when I look the book up, but on Amazon, it don't come up. But then when I Google it,
let me see what the dude name, the professor's name is.
The name of the book is called "Black, Not Historically Black: A Conversation and Critiquing the HBCUs."
And who is this by?
I'm about to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, no, I want to just kind of tie into. So that was kind of it was perfect that we were talking about the comics and just kind of leading into that. It was a time as adults. Kids are going to be kids, but as adults, I feel that if you're not listening to the same stuff or doing the same stuff that everybody feels that you should be doing, that as adults you get more shunned as or looked at askance or labeled as a square or goofy or whatever the case may be, you know. Okay. I have to pick that up. Check that out. But like you said, sometimes our community could be the worst on each other about it. So
sometimes it's all the time.
I give an example. I think about, let's say somebody like Lil Jon. You know, Lil Jon was a skater, bro. Into different types of music and this, that, and the other. Just a lot of different influence. Which and for the skater community, be it real talk. I've been around the skater community. My wife has grew up being around the skater community. They've always been a different type of flow. And, you know, but that didn't necessarily fit into
the South.
Yeah,
because it's big other places.
Right,
black people on skating.
So yeah, correct. So you know, I just think that sometimes we as adults in our community can be very judgmental.
Very judgmental.
So you start talking about, let's say, comics. I mean, let's say comics, and people, you know, who maybe didn't know about that, kind of looking at you like. Or if you listen to a certain type of music that, like, okay, well, let somebody say, you know, man, I like Smashing Pumpkins, or I like, you know, whatever the case may be, and be like, man, what you talking about? But I guarantee you, Lil Jon was listening to everything.
Yeah, he was. You could tell. Yeah.
You know, and so it was perfect that we talked about that, because and you sent me that article, because sometimes we need to just be able to nerd out. And just be able to be who we are.
Yeah, I think it's a big surge of people blacks showing up at Comic-Con and all that.
Yeah,
and that's what's starting to be the pushback, because if anybody I'll call racist is the creators. You don't see no black people on no animes.
No.
Period. So when they come and do their cosplay and all that, people are looking at them weird.
Yeah, I listened to a long form interview from a couple of prominent people in the anime space and Comic-Con, and they talked specifically about that, because these are creators, and they talk about being, you know, the only one, and just how that whole arena works out. Yeah, you know, but yeah, I just think that I've always been the type of person to say, I just think that people should be able to be who they are. And even if you don't fit into a particular stereotype, like, okay, if you like to read books, then read books.
Right.
Like I told my son, I said, son, it's all right to be a nerd, bro. Be a nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd is cool. Nerd is not the disparaging term that it once was trying to be, like Revenge of the Nerds, that type of stuff like that. Yeah, you know. But that
eating your boogers.
Yeah. But I just think I've always said that let people be people. Kids are gonna be kids, but But I think the adults are the ones that be like, oh man, that dude a goofy, or he a square, or he this, he that. It's like kids don't give a damn. They just they're gonna make fun of each other just for they're gonna join you out, or snap on you or whatever, just because that's what kids do. But adults, man, I just think that people just need to have space to be able to do and be whoever they want to be, man, without what I'm saying, like cats like you. I was listening to that. When I listened to that, I thought about you, and it was like. So he was a creator. Taught himself how to code. He was always saying, I like to draw, stuff like that. Same thing. You were creative. So you and the comics and stuff like that went hand in hand.
Right. Yeah. Especially back then, that was the end thing.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as I sit around here and I look at all your posters and your artwork and your figurines and stuff like that, that some people that could take some people aback,
right?
Seeing that, you feel what I'm saying?
Like,
yeah, that like, oh, I don't know how to type, but me being just a different dude myself, that ain't nothing to me. I'm gonna ask questions like, dude, that's cool. Tell me about that.
Right.
Tell me about that. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think that we in our community just need to get together and make sure that we're not shunning people as adults.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard because, like I said, it's a very
because there are a lot of creatives that are needing to come out, but sometimes peer pressure and all that.
Well, that's a good thing with social. That's one of the positives about social media.
I agree with that,
if not the only.
No, I agree. No, I agree with you that because there's no there's no necessarily gatekeepers anymore.
Right. So if the guy drawing, he can put his drawings out there.
Correct.
Push himself. And
the hell with what anybody else think.
I know a music producer. He produced stuff for Meek Mills, Rick Ross, and all them.
Right.
He started producing music. He got a distribution deal with AI Music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, recently.
Nice.
So he like, man, I'm pushing this. I got distribution. I'm like, that's insane.
That's the way to do it, though.
Yeah.
This AI stuff is just.
Yeah, someone told me it ain't artificial intelligence. It's artistic intelligence.
I like that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, damn. I
like that even better.
Yeah. It's artistic intelligence. Yeah.
You're right. Mm-hmm. You're right. So, no, I just. When you talked about that and I just riding over here, I was like, you know what, I want to talk about that. And so it's perfect.
Oh yeah,
perfect. That's to connect the dots. And the biggest thing, y'all, like I said, we talk about everything. We'll talk about our politics, but we'll talk about stuff that's just real stuff.
Yeah.
Let your kids push your kids to be for them to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Help their creative side.
Yeah, don't shun them. Don't tell. The only way you gonna make money is you be ABC.
Bingo.
Don't be like them Nigerians.
Don't Nigerians. Indians are real bad. They're like either doctor or engineer. I was talking to an Indian just the other day, and he was
entrepreneur owning
that.
Half of Rockdale.
So right, but bottom line is, push your kids to what their creative aspect is and open the doors, because us as parents we're well-meaning, but but what happens is that and I'm not gonna put myself in a bunch because I never push my son to do anything or try to live vicariously through him. I just like, dude, whatever you want to do in life, I'm gonna help facilitate that, and I'm never gonna be like, that's not gonna make no money,
right? Because they be worried about them coming back living with them
right. So if I know that your gift is this and you're excited about doing that, it's not my place to say that's not going to make money. Let me help facilitate and open some doors for you to be able to do that.
Rarity, because people have that mentality.
And
when you turn 18, you grown, you out the house.
Yeah.
And when I was working at that medical school and, working around people of color with money.
Right.
That was the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. It's like, why would I put my kid out and set them up for failure if they're not ready?
If they're not ready. No, you're right.
I was like, damn. I was like, how many times there's like, you hear from ignorant people.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you what, like with my son.
18, yeah.
My son.
18, he got to get a job, this, that, what.
Well, like with my son, I'm going to tell you, I would be the first one to tell people that what my dad did with me is like, okay, 18, son, what you gonna do? What's your plan as far as what do you? So because he was basically like, okay, here's the deal. I need you to know that if you want to go to school, cool. You can stay at home and do this. We're cool with that. What's your? Do you have an idea of what you want to do? Like my son, he always wanted to go in the Air Force. But I was letting them know from 12 years old, make sure you doing what you're supposed to do because you want to go in the Air Force. So 18's when you graduate, that's your, once you graduate, that's it. The door's open for you to go in the Air Force. And laying around the house is not an option for you. But I get what you're saying, though, what that person said. Why kick your kid out if they're not ready?
Yeah. And you got the means.
And you got the means to do it. It's different if you don't have the means. But if you got the means, but even if you don't have the means. Yeah, you're still a family and this, that, and
we talked about how you said people shun community college. That's kind of like the best gateway.
It is.
For you to.
It is.
Cheaper. You get your first freshman, sophomore year. Probably underneath $9,000 total.
Nah, yeah.
If that, it's probably about $6,000.
We talked about that. There are a million ways. There's so many ways to backdoor stuff.
Yeah.
And I am not against college education. I'm against the ridiculous pricing what college education is charging. But like Napalm is saying, there are a million ways to go ahead and get stuff.
Yeah, the people that end up paying those astronomical amounts didn't do their proper research.
They didn't do their proper.
I don't feel sorry for them.
Yeah. You don't?
Nah.
Well, they look like I say, well, man, going to community college just ain't no.
I don't feel,
But that's a gateway for you. That's a gateway to get you in. But like we were talking about, hey, bottom line is our community, we can always do better. We can always do better.
No, we need to.
Well, no,
critical mass now with all this other stuff going on.
No, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah, it's
but as a
Civil War time, do or die. You ride with us or you die.
Yeah, and unfortunately in wars there are going to be people that are going to die.
Yeah, so
everybody's not going to step up. Sorry, just is what it is. You get people who want to fight, and people who don't want to fight, and
the 101 Dalmatians.
It's kind of is what it is. And on that note,
roof. I'm just saying, it's like the movie. You know how they was all chaotic, all the dogs was running around, not knowing what they.
Napalm, you're a damn fool. You know that. if y'all know this dude like I know this dude's a damn stand-up comedian.
101 Dalmatians.
With that,
different chapters all around.
And on that note, y'all, we're gonna wrap up by obviously we're going into Thanksgiving, whatever you want to call it, whatever the case may be. Whatever you want to call it. That's why I had to.
When the Brits came and killed the Indians.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, let's just put it this way. Whatever you want to call it, take the time to be with your family and take time to give thanks to people who are around you. Tell them you love them because, like I said, life's short, life's fragile. People, the people that are here now might not be here next year. They might not be here tomorrow.
You're right.
So look, whatever they want to call it, look, just be around family and just be thankful. That's the way I look at it. And we love you guys. And, we're going to pick up, on the backhand side of Thanksgiving or whatever we're going to call it.
Yeah.
Turkey Day. You want to call it just Turkey Day?
Yeah.
Turkey Day. We call it Turkey Day.
Family gathering day.
Family gathering day.
In November.
Yeah.
November family gathering day.
Family gathering day. This guy. So we want to let you know we'll be coming in after that. And with that, burn notice. We out.
We out.